Is the town have any cultural policy to support the local cultural organizations?
Well, as you know, as a community develops, it's usually focused on recreation and parks and that kind of thing, and the arts kind of come second, you know. And what's happening now as Markham is maturing, we have our theater and we have our art gallery and we have our museum, but there's a lot of other groups that are interested in doing things that are artistic. And one of the things that's very hard to get off the ground, and you can see it in the city of Toronto even, is the Markham Symphony. That's it's a thing that takes a lot of work and a lot of time and doesn't necessarily make a lot of money. So it's one of the more difficult things to get going. But we're really trying to help that. We have an arts council as well, as trying to stimulate some of the artists and some of the other people that are doing different types of arts in here. And our John Ryerson, who's our Director of Culture, has done a scan of Markham to determine what kind of cultural things we should be doing from the different ethnic communities as well, because there's things that the Asian community does, there's things the Tamil community does, there's things that happen from different groups within the town. And all of that is trying to be assimilated and funded, and it's very difficult, of course, in 1 year to sort of do all of that. So what happened was that in this case the symphony got a Trillium grant, which was to help them get started in the first year, although it's not enough to really allow them to do what they're trying to do, but they were very fortunate in getting the Trillium grant. And we're hoping that by exposure of the symphony to a number of people, that people will begin to see that we have something that's good for the community, and that they'll be starting to sponsor and buy tickets to come to their performances, and it'll be viable. That's what we're hoping. But it may take more than a year to do that. That's one of the things that happens, and the Trillium grant is only 1 year. So, maybe they have to go to another funding source to do it. We're also lucky that we have Mercedes Chung as who is the very talented violinist who goes to Joliet and also is going to be performing at Carnegie Hall. The youngest person to ever go to Joliet, and the youngest person to ever perform her own